Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Simple Life of Julene. How are you guys doing, my simple fam? If you guys are new to this channel, welcome. If you'd like to be a part of this channel, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, mash up that notification. That way you're always in the know whenever this girl here upload. Yes, just a quick and brief insight on this channel for all of you guys that are new. On this channel we do fashion, beauty, lifestyle, DIY, being a mom. Pretty much here we are jack of all trades. So now that I got that out the way, let's get into today's videos. Yes guys, so today's video is I'm gonna be talking about finance. Yes, I know a lot of people don't like to talk about finance, but I think it's something that we do need to talk about, especially in the time like this where a lot of places are closing down, a lot of places are closed, a lot of people are losing jobs, people are temporarily laid off, some people are like, some business have to even claim bankruptcy, close down forever, because you know what, the economic right now is not doing good. One of the things why I want to talk about finance is it's a new year, so we're in 2021 and everybody makes new year resolution. I want to give you guys a quick summary of my 2020. So 2020, I know a lot of people come out of 2020 either broke, either like use up a lot of their life saving, whatever it is, you know, they're stuck at home, so they did a lot of online shopping. There is no thing against you, because trust me people, I did buy a few things online too, so I fall trapped in it too, but I didn't spend as much as I would normally do, because I was trying to program myself just in case anything happened, because with the economic being so unknown right now, I told myself it's better for me to set something aside just in case. So instead of spending, I was kind of saving. Starting 2020, I decided that I was making I wouldn't call it a resolution, you know, everybody have a resolution and stuff. No, I was kind of like making a goal for myself. In 2020, I actually, and before I tell you what I'm gonna say, I am not making this video to brag on nobody. I'm not doing this video to show off on anybody. I am more making this video to bring awareness to bring awareness to all of us, from young, old, medium class, to whatever it is. And what I'm trying to do with this video is kind of like educate and show people what our parents or family or school or whatever didn't thought. I will go and give you the insight to what I was about to say. So in 2020, I actually make $10,000. Yes, so between the time when March to December, I actually made $10,000. I did not save it, I actually made it. So what I did is I invest at 2,500 and I make 10,000. What I did, how I make this is from investment. So I decided to invest in stocks and invest in some businesses, and like pretty much stocks that I was dropped during that time, and I actually make $10,000. So I decided for my 2021, I want to double or triple what I've made. For the money that I'm gonna waste and buy clothes and, you know, buy unwanted stuff, I decide now that any little change that I have, I am going to invest it and see what I can make off it. And what I'm trying to say to you guys is that you guys can do it too. Anybody can do it. All it takes is for you guys to have a little bit of a determination, and you guys want something. Like you tell yourself, you know what, I want this, I want this. I'll give you a little backstory. I am kind of like, I have a finance background, not say in the sense where in stocks or whatever, but I have a finance background where I like to learn about savings. I like to learn the ins and outs, ways of how I can make money, how I can turn my money around. I'm a big saver, so I'm very frugal. Like, I would rather save than go waste my money on an expensive item. I shop on sales rack and cut the cost in half and save whatever I actually save and invest it so I can make money. I've always wanted to learn about stock. I used to believe and think that stock was only for rich people, because when you look and stuff and see most people that have portfolio, it's always like rich people. Like when you look at that big guy, let's say his name, that guy from Microsoft, where, what's his name again? I don't know his name, but we'll get back to him. But I'm saying, like, when you look around, normally you see a lot of rich people are the ones them that invest, like celebrities, everybody. They have a portfolio, they're making money, their money keep growing, and you wonder how they do it. But when you go to school, there's nobody there that actually sit down and taught you these stuff and tell you, like, okay, you know what, when you grow up, try and invest your money so you can make a return on your money, or try and do this, or look into these avenues. Nobody tell you this. This is something you have to learn on your own, or you might have a mentor that will come to you and say, hey, I have an idea, or I have something I can show you that can make you make money. Are you interested? But what's the problem with a lot of us is, when people come to us and tell us that, the first thing we always think is, what's the catch, or am I going to lose my money? I don't trust this. So nobody take risk, and that's the reason why a lot of us, especially in the Black community, we're not that rich. You have a few, but we're not rich as to the other class when you look at them, because we always tend to quicker to go invest our money in, like, a brand, like, for instance, let's say Gucci or Chanel and all those stuff. So we wear our money on our body instead of taking that money and put it somewhere where that money is making money for us. So we rather show it than actually not see it. So the thing what I did was, I actually tell myself from time like this, when I took that $2,500, I told myself this: if I make something on it, I make something on it. If I don't see a return on it, you know what? That money was already out of my bank, out of sight, so it doesn't matter. So that's one of the things I go in with. I go in with already thinking that, you know what? It's not there. That's one of the things you have to do. You have to learn to take risk, and you have to program yourself for whatever might happen. Because I'll give you a quick story. I invest in one stock, and I remember I put $1,000 in it, and when the whole thing happened, the corona happened in January, March, by March my whole $1,000 went from $1,000 to $35. And I look at it and I'm like, oh my holy s, and I was like, what the hell, like, all of it. But then I didn't panic, because I remember when I listened to podcasts and investor, the first thing they said is, if you want to make money, you have to take that risk. And when the stock market crash, you don't pull out, you leave the money there, because guess what, eventually it's gonna come back up and you will make back your money. And that's what I did. I left it there, and then in no time I made back $1,000 on my $1,000. So I doubled. So those are the things, and it's still growing, and I leave it there. So one of the things is, during this time, like corona, instead of sitting there and wasting money, think of ways of how you can actually build yourself. If you guys want me to go in more details and how I did this and how I make that 10 grand, and this is just like from one portfolio, I'm not telling you the other portfolios that I have, but if you guys want to learn and me to tell you guys how I did it, I can always make a next video. But I just want to quickly come and just show you guys quickly, like, there is ways out there to make money and set yourself and even your family futures. My goal for 2021, as I said earlier, is to triple what I make. So I told myself that starting 2021, I am now on a money diet. Meaning behind my money diet is that now I am not going to be spending my money on unwanted stuff. I'm not going to be spending my money on clothes, because I guess what, we can't go anywhere, so what do I need clothes for? As much as, yes, I do alls and hair and I show you guys stuff, I have so much stuff in my closet. So this is the opportunity for me to go through my closet and actually shop my closet and take the stuff that I have and do alls. So I don't need to buy anything for now, and I'm trying to hold myself. So what I did, because I want to hold myself to this goal, I actually have friends that we now how should I say, we actually team up and say this is our goal for 2021. So if one of us slip and we buy something, we now have to, whatever you buy, so say for instance, if I went out there and spend $20 and something that is not a need, so if it's not a need, so I am not going to spend on it. So if I break that rule now and I buy something that is not a need, so needs are food. Pretty much we can pass bills because we have our bills. You have your mortgage, you have your rent, you have your light bill, your gas and whatever. Those are needs that you need to survive. So those stuff, what you have to kind of spend your money on. But if I go and spend something that is unwanted now, and if I spend, for instance, $20, I now, for punishment, I have to double back that money to put it back in. So we're kind of like teaching ourselves to be accountable. So that way now, if I continue on that track, I should be able to meet my goal for December 2021. So every so often we might have like a meeting where we go over it and say, hey, how are you guys doing? Have you guys been keeping on track and so forth, so we can see that we are actually taking what we're taking what we say seriously. So that one of my goals. So every little chance now, whatever penny I have, that after I spend on my grocery and my my mortgage and whatever else left over is now going to invest in some investment, so that way that money is making money for me. So one of the things I remember me and one of my girlfriend was talking about, when it comes to money, you have to think like this. You have to think of your money like soldiers. You can't just keep your money in the bank. How are you going to make money in the bank? Because if you put your money in a savings account in the bank, how much interest do you make at the end of the year? Maybe $2, right? Yeah. I actually proved myself something on this, where I had a RSP and I had it sitting in the bank for how many years, and I didn't even make not that much on it. And I took that RSP out because somebody told me about a different bank where I can put my money in, but it said private, kind of like a private bank. So it's not somewhere where I can walk in there and go talk to a teller. And a lot of people find that kind of risk scary, so they won't put their money. But I know when I do my research, they have insurance and all these stuff protecting my money in case this bank place or whatever go up run. But these places been around for maybe 20-30 years. So I decided to take that RSP from the bank and put it in. And when I was taking the money out of the bank, if you guys wouldn't believe me, my bank charged me $50 to transfer out the money. But I said to them, it's okay, I am willing to lose $50 because guess what, I can make more at the other place I'm putting my money. And I take my RSP out and I take the chance and I put it in. And within the first year, if you guys wouldn't believe me, I make $150 on my money that I have. So I have my money at that institution for how long now, and I'm making interest on it even when the stock market went down. It's okay. I end up losing. I had loss, but fine, it's still sitting there because guess what? You see, whatever money I put in there, I have a insurance cover, like an insurance blanket on my money. So whatever the stock market doing, at the end of the day, if God forbid anything happen, whatever money I put in, I get back that money. So that's kind of like the thing with it, is you guys have to sit around and you guys have to do research and find these stuff. Like when I was looking into the stock, I didn't know nothing about stock. I've always wanted to learn stock, as I was telling you before, but I just thought it was more for rich people. I didn't know who to turn to, who to get information on. So as years go, I learned, and it was just last year was almost like God sent somebody to me and was saying, hey, you know what, you're young, and try and do stock. And I'm like, how do you do it? And they teach me. And then I had this other person show me and said, okay, go and do this and do that. And I went and I did it, and I sit down for 1 week and I study the stock. I'm still not perfect at it, but I'm still learning. But what I did now is I team up with people who are in that business mind or in that stock mind now, so we all give each other idea. So now I'm sitting here and my money is growing. So I can tell you the stock market closed today, and I can tell you I at least make at least $300 or $400 on my money. But that's the thing. You guys have to, if you guys want to do it, you guys have to look into it. You guys can't be afraid. I'm not telling you to go out there and take all of your money, but you can look and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to start with $100. So if I lose $100, it's okay. But if you play it right and you invest in a good company, like say for instance, if you invest in a Hydro, they're gonna be around for years. So no matter if their stock go down or go up, it will always go back. What about the banks? The banks are banks that been around for century. Are they gonna go bankruptcy anytime soon? No. You hardly see banks go bankruptcy. But those are the things you have to sit down. You gotta research. You gotta look back on the portfolio, how they've been doing over the years. Do your research and stuff. But as I said, I can do a video on that going in more detail, but I just wanted to come and share a little thing with you guys. Hopefully you guys like this video. I'll keep it short and I cut it here, but all I'm saying is take some of your money and treat them like soldiers. Stop, instead of spending on unwanted stuff, find ways to learn about investment and where you can get high interest return on your money, so you can actually make money, so you can prepare yourself for retirement. My goal is by the time I retire, I want to be living large. So I'm willing right now to sacrifice certain things, the high life, to have that life later on. And if God forbid I'm not here later on, my kids can enjoy it for me. So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Hopefully I make sense in this one. If you guys want to follow up video, leave me comments down below. Ask all the questions you want to ask, and I'll make a next video and we can talk in the next one. I'm going to try and make at least, once in a while videos like this, giving you guys update. But thank you guys for checking out my channel. Hopefully you guys like this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, and don't forget, subscribe. You help the channel grow by subscribing and be a part of the Simple Fam family. All right, with that said, good night. Mwah.